Sunday School teacher, I'm glad that you've joined us for our time of study and preparation. I'm Tim Smith with Sunday School University, and we're working on the lesson for Sunday, August 22nd. We're continuing in our study in the book of Ecclesiastes. Again, we're looking at August 22nd. The title of this lesson is Facing Death. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verses 1 through 10. So get your Bible, get your notes, get your pen, and let's look at this together and get ready to teach this coming Sunday. The point of this lesson is this: the wise person gratefully lives all the days that he or she has been granted. In this session, we're going to examine Solomon's counsel regarding how God's people can best approach the time that they have left to live. We know that God determines the length of our lifespan, and He does that according to His plan and His purposes. So because God is the one that is in control, and it is Him that we should seek to please, we should be grateful for the time that He has granted us, and we should enjoy the time that He has given to us in a manner that is pleasing to Him. In verses 1 through 10, we're going to look at Solomon counseling God's people to enjoy life, for it is a gift from God. We know that life is relatively brief, and yes, death is coming for all. Life is frequently filled with difficulties. Yet, even with all of its difficulties and heartache and hardship, life is preferable to death. We want to live. In verses 4 through 6, Solomon encouraged the people to use their life wisely before it was too late. And in 7 through 10, wise use of life, including using what God had provided for each person to enjoy life. So, life is too short to waste the time that God has allotted us. So, don't waste our life. All right, so let's look at these verses. Verses 1 through 3, we see a somber truth. He says, "Indeed, I took all this to heart and explained it all. The righteous, the wise, their works are in God's hands. People don't know whether to expect love or hate. Everything lies ahead of them. Everything is the same to everyone. There is one fate for the righteous and the wicked, for the good and the bad, for the clean and the unclean, for the one who sacrifices and the one who does not sacrifice. For it is for the good, so also it is for the sinner. As it is for the one who takes an oath, so also for the one who fears the oath. This is an evil in all that is done under the sun. There is one fate for everyone. In addition, the hearts of people are full of evil, and madness is in their hearts while they live. And after that, they go to the dead." Here, Solomon says, everybody dies. In verse 1, again, Solomon has said this several times in his writings, that he had given his life to and thoroughly studied all the principles and application discussed in the previous writings. He's saying, I've studied this. I've got the degrees. I'm an expert. He talks about in verse 1 about the righteous. Those are the ones who are in right relationship with God and in right relationship with others. And then he talks about the wise. Now, what we need to understand is that this is not another group of people, but it's another characteristic of the same people. So he's talking about people who are in right relationship with God and those who possess godly wisdom. Only God will determine the life of all people, including the righteous and the wise. Again, you can be the best